Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about something retarded. Do you remember watching a TV show from Netflix called Barbaren or Barbarians, to prefer? And it was a relatively okay TV show. It wasn't that woke, had some women fighting, which, historically speaking, you probably could count between your both hands, and it was that rare historically, but okay, passing on. Okay. Made in Germany. Yeah, they went woke in this one. Probably out of the Netflix pressure to go woke, or you're not gonna get renewed type of deal. Right, let's go. I'm not going to play the trailer because I don't want to get copyright stricken. A copyright strike. And the idiots actually ended up adding a modern music, you know, because in Roman time they had electronic music. On those very modern 1st century Roman computers. Right. So, moving on. Yay. Kiss here. This is where they start with the modern music. That makes no sense whatsoever. And you move on. It's okay. The show and everything else looks fine. It's great. And yeah, of course. That's awesome. Then suddenly, this happened. Fuck myself. What the fuck is that? Turns out that's Dido. I actually did a reset. Dido, Queen of Carthage. Before you nag on, but that's correct, the Queen of Carthage. This is, let's see if I'm not. This is how she is supposed to look. That's the Queen of Carthage. That's the goddamn fucking queen. Here is what she should be looking. This is her looks. And in fact, they are also adding her father. You know, you're gonna ask, well, but she could be black. No, she could not. Let me go and show you. This is the map of in 11th century that people from the 11th century was aware of. Technically, this thing is showing the modern map, but these are the empires that the Europeans were aware of back in the day. As you go on and see here, what can you see? Can you see sub-Saharan Africa? Can you? No. This is 11th century. 11 centuries after the events that happens in the TV show. Fine, let me go and show you the map that the people during the Roman times was aware of. But at least they're about or closer to that time period. So, the world according to Eratosthenes. For the Common Era, or before Christ, 220. Can you find sub-Saharan Africa? Can you actually spot it on what they see it? Mare Atlanticum. Mare Atlanticum. It means the Atlantic Ocean or Atlantic Sea. And can you find the rest of sub-Saharan Africa around here? It's not. It's missing. God fucking damn it. Poor Strabo. Can you find it? I don't. Can you... Oh, you know what? Let me go and show you. Combination of multiple maps throughout multiple centuries. And I think I'm gonna make a point in here. When I actually highlighted what is sub-Saharan Africa for you people. And the idiots who does not understand what I mean. Sub-Saharan Africa Can you see a difference that there is no connecting area here, empires, anything like that? Yeah. Wanna know why? Because there was a tiny little itsy-bitsy called a huge fucking Saharan desert! Yeah. And the worst thing is, they could actually have found a goddamn fucking better looking woman to play this part. You know, that actually fit the entire thing. You know, someone from North Africa. Egypt, for instance. That's how the Egyptians looked like back in the day, before the migration from sub-Saharan Africa happened, and the Arab slave trade that transported a large quantity of sub-Saharan Africans to the North African area. It is how the Egyptians looked, or the North African looked, back then. This was considered very tanned and very blackish back in those days. Isn't it interesting? Here is Rami Malek, an Egyptian. Interesting, isn't it? Well, in that case, you could, at very least, if you're going to cast an African there, someone that doesn't look as ugly as my goddamn fucking butthole. Yes. She's as ugly as my butthole. Like here, you're just gonna give you a certain look to it. That's how ugly she is. You could at least casted her. Hannah John Kamen. She is hot as fuck. And she could then go on and play the role of African. But sub-Saharan African. But they decided to go woke. But you're gonna accuse me of being racist because I don't want any black people in my media. No, that is absolutely wrong. I actually like it. In fact, my favorite movies of all time is Spawn, you know, the first one that came out back in the 90s, and Blade Trilogy, which I consider to be the pinnacle of superhero cinema, the pinnacle of awesomeness. And then there's Deadpool, which came very close, but Deadpool 2 is mostly because of Domino race swapped, which also led to the death of a stunt actress. But that's sad. Anyway, Blade Trilogy, the pinnacle of cinema. Blade 1, 2, and 3. Pinnacle of awesomeness. So you cannot accuse me of racism, because I want the characters to be respected based on lore, history, original material, and all of those things. I want that to be respected. But what you see here is historical revisionism. Fine, you can go on and say Tito of Carthage and to give an extra oomph to the story, fine, but race swapping her is just retarded. You absolute fucking morons. Not sub-Saharan African because you did not have the contact with the sub-Saharan tribes back during that time, you moronic imbeciles. And then, of course, you have the obligatory kiss because, to a sub-Saharan African, because it makes no sense. Never. I'm surprised they did not show father here because they are so goddamn fucking woke. Moving on to the trailer. Right now, I'm not quite so sure I want to watch the second season. At least not until I find out that she pretty much dies at very early on. So it does. Ooh, Kent. Kent. Okay, what's Kent from England doing there? I'm kidding. It's probably some other German word. But the fact is, why would... Oh, of course, she goes on and kills somebody because it's pretty much in. First and foremost, she was never there in that part of Germany. Secondly, why would you fucking race swap historical revisionism? Isn't that very logical? It would be very logical if you race-swapped a Viking and added an African there. African-American or an African actress in there. Oh wait, they did for Netflix again. You know, the sequel to the Vikings TV show. Oh, you wait. Wait, it's Netflix we're talking about, so they are definitely going to do that. Fuck myself and sideways. This is just retarded. Because fucking Netflix, go suck a cock. Why won't these people goddamn fucking respect things? Why can't they just do something correctly for once? Because they cannot. It's Netflix. No respect for the lore, no respect for the fans, no respect for the cast, no respect. Fuck. They are, in fact, tokenizing the character in there. What else? Remember, people, when you see Dido in there, remember, she is supposed to look. Fucking morons. Really, of all the people they could have cast, they could have at least casted somebody who doesn't look like my goddamn fucking butthole. On that goddamn fucking hell. Have a great fucking night.